Bring it in front and tie it. It's long enough.
Right, yeah, you can do that.
Bring it in front. Cross it and bring it in front.
That's too easy. But tie it in a hard knot and you won't get it out there.
That's what I say. I don't tie it too.
Fingers.
All right, hey, turn around. Let's see. Model for us. There you go. Now, when you got your pockets full, we want to see them.
My family and I went to my dad's to pick apples from his apple orchard. We're about to grind them up in an antique cider mill. We're gonna have fresh apple cider. This is my son coming back with an apron full of apples. We rinse off the apples before we grind them up to get any dirt or bugs or leaves or anything like that that might be on them. So we just put them in a bucket of water to rinse them. That pair of hands on the right that are taking apples out of the bucket, that's another one of my sons. He's about to go away to college, so he's picking the cream of the crop to take with him. This is the antique cider mill. They're dropping apples into the top. They're going to be ground up. You have to go a few at a time, otherwise it'll jam up because this is manpower. It takes the whole family. Everybody has to take turns grinding because it's not easy. You can see the ground up apples falling through the bottom into a little bucket type thing. And you can see a little bit of juice starting to drip out. Back to the apple orchard to get more apples. It takes several trips back and forth to get enough to make a gallon, and we try to get as many ripe apples as we can at a time, and sometimes it takes several. Now this is an apple picker on a telescoping pole. You can reach up on the higher limbs and pick apples, easier than climbing up and down on a ladder. Back to the grind, literally. This has most of the original parts. Everything's original except for you can see the 4 newer looking legs. They had rotted and were weak, so my dad and my brother replaced them, but everything else is original. That's my dad on the right. He's feeding the cider mill. that's my son Anthony on the left. He's the muscle right there, grinding away.
You broke a sweat. I see that.
It is very humid here compared to.
And there's maybe oil again. We can stop there unless y'all gonna pick some more. We got more than it'll hold. It'll come back up, it'll get on the right side. I use cooking oil if you happen to get a little down in there. It won't hurt nothing. No need to put cooking oil in it. Well, it matters.
After they grind the apples, they then have to press them to get the rest of the juice out. Dad's greasing the press part so it presses a little bit easier. It gets stiff. He just uses cooking oil so it's safe if it gets mixed with the apple juice.
That definitely is.
It had good juice on it. It dried. Didn't let it get dry on the oil. We'll get it moved up here.
He's been grinding all week with his friend. He may not want to do much. I just was afraid he stuck with a bunch of apples and didn't want him to.
In the background behind Dad, that's his first cousin Robert. Robert is in his upper 90s and he came to watch us grind apples. His niece, Linda, brought him and we saw a clip of her a little bit ago.
Yeah, they can make me a gallon, 2 or 3 gallons in an hour. Well, but that ain't gonna be enough for a full gallon.
Hand me the apron there.
We're back to picking some more.
You ain't got.
Do you only have gallon jugs or do you have half gallon?
Half a gallon, yep.
I was thinking I might have a few teachers or friends.
We have to put a lid or a top on top of the apples before we press them so we can get the most juice out.
But I only got one half gallon.
We still got half gallon at the house. That's good.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I should have
think
brought
Mom's
it.
using it for vinegar. She managed it.
Make you a gallon and then dole it out when you get home.
Alrighty, I can do that.
Yeah, I don't. I'd rather than stop see these apples go to run. There's too many on the ground now.
That's all we want for us, all.
They were getting ripe enough now. They was in a shape in the tree.
Yeah, we pick one and two we fall. And then you can't tell which one's the water one time.
I looked at about 100 apples on the ground before I even climbed the ladder.
Yeah,
See where you need to put a sheet underneath them and catch them all when they fall.
yeah.
Have you seen where they got machines that do that?
They got teeth that shake them.
Yeah, they're
Like
they'll have a little net and they'll
If you don't work them up right away like this and grind them, shake them.
Just angle down, it'll run.
Well, I knew that. I just thought. Didn't know we'd squish so much that I'd come out the back. I thought
Yeah.
it'd come out front.
Nope. That's the reason you gotta angle down so it'll run down that way.
I could guess that much, but still. I thought just the gravity itself would keep it up front.
We filter the fresh ground apple cider in case there are any bits of apples, seeds, maybe stems, anything you don't want to drink in your apple cider. We filter that out.
Did those women over there when you worked, did they say that they've had fresh apples like that before?
Some of them said they never had, and some said they had.
Forehead's a little damp.
I gave it a little bit to.
Frank's not an agent, he's the one who's doing the work.
You want to go?
Rance is tasting the fresh squeezed apple cider. Let's see what he thinks.
Tastes like apples.
Is it good and sweet?
That's kind of sweet. It's not as tart as last time. Not like super tart apples right now. Don't know if we just picked the different ones, but.
See, these are sweeter or not?